Hello, everybody. This is Maureen Monty, and I'm here to very briefly talk you through a document I've been using with all kinds of leaders and athletes and coaches and managers and students at universities called Strength-Based Leadership. And the assumption first before we begin is that you have already taken the Strength Finder. So I'm going to talk you through why we need strength-based leadership, and then there's a resource I'll show you that you'll be able to download yourself. All right, so Gallup studied back in the day a bunch of followers to ask them what qualities they found in those leaders who had the most impact on them daily. So these were people they knew well. So what were the qualities that made them be an eager follower, right? Out of that came four main categories of words. And it isn't what you'd expect. It wasn't what Gallup expected. Hope, trust, compassion, stability. Now, I call this the people business. We are always in the people business, no matter what we're doing. And we have to feed our people so that they are happy and continue to give us their very best. And then we have a competitive advantage because I do a lot of work with athletes. So they repeated the survey with a larger number of followers recently. And this is what the data showed. And hope is ahead by quite, almost double. And if you think about what we've been through as a world or in the United States, COVID, crazy elections, wars, there's a lot of obstacles. And so hope is certainly very important, followed by trust. And I think those two are extremely important. And trust is the currency of all relationships, and leadership is relationship based. Leadership is a influence relationship with people you work with. It's not a title, it's not a age, it's a connection. So followed by compassion and stability. So very interesting data. This is why we're focusing on it. And we can use our strengths to deliver those four very important traits. Let's take a real quick look at under the covers, because hope, what does that mean to you? There are some other words that were used to describe hope, similar for trust. And this is all in the resource I'm going to be sharing with you, by the way. So I've shortened it a little bit, but just to go a little bit deeper. Caring, because compassion is not my strong suit, right? And so how do I bring that? Well, I could be caring, I could build friends. So, and then stability, right? Predictability. I would have thought that was higher actually, but it is what it is. So in terms of the number, the percentage, we can use our strengths to do those things. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do, because the good news is Gallup has provided us with a PDF that describes two things: how you can use each strength to deliver those four traits, how you can build hope, how you can build trust, how you can build compassion, and how you can build stability. If you scan that QR code, it'll take you right to the Gallup website and you can download it yourself. You may already have it, but if you don't, go ahead and download that. And I want you to do that like right now, but I'll come back to the screen in a minute. What I'm going to do now is open up the document itself. So let's pull that up. Here it is. So this is the resource, and it's 82 pages long because there's 2 pages for every strength. There's 34 strengths. So don't be alarmed by the length. Let me show you how to use it. It describes in the beginning in the table of contents the needs of followers. We've just discussed it. A little bit more about the strengths, and then a quick reference guide for leaders. So let's look at that real quick. And I apologize, but it forces me to zoom every time. So if you have, if you're working with somebody with achiever that describes achiever, and then it tells us what they bring with that strength and what they need. So if it's a strength that you don't have, but they have, and it's a little bit confusing and maybe feels annoying to you in some way, let's start by looking at this description. What does it bring and what does it need, right? So going back to the title page, now this is where every single one of these strengths listed has a hot link to the strength that tells you how to use it to build hope, compassion, trust, and stability. So I'm going to go to my ideation because I think that's my superpower, because I don't have empathy, I don't have include, I don't have harmony. So how can I lead with ideation to build trust? Well, I can look at the why of what I do. right? Ideation can be disruptive. So how can I make the world a better place with my ideation? And we look at it from that perspective. Make things simple. Not everything has to be complicated, and I can overcomplicate and create chaos. So it's helping them see the path that I see in my head. Because remember, ideation is invisible. And then how can I build compassion? Well, ask them to dream with me. Ask others to dream with me, right? What do they think? What does success look like from their perspective? And partner with people that are perhaps a little more pragmatic. One of my best bosses had analytical and was a very unemotional guy, right? And he's like, no, we're not doing that. And I'd be like, but it's such a great idea. So up here provides stability. Ideation is an outside the box thinker. It does make people feel like maybe I'm doing something too risky. It's easier to maintain the status quo. Well, the status quo to me means nothing. We have ideas. We have ideas on how to come up with something better than that. And then help make sure that I'm not so reckless that people are afraid of the chaos I might be creating. And then hope the same thing. So the point being, you can look at your own strength and strengths, top 5 strengths, and do this same thing and learn more about it. The reason there's 2 pages for each strength is because the next page tells you how to lead others with that strength. So, and it's important for me to read this because it gives me help on how to make the best out of my strength. So it both describes how to lead people. So people with strong ideation have creative, be sure to position them where their ideas will be valued. Yes. So, and then on the other side over here, it tells the story of someone that has ideation. Okay. So every strength, 2 pages, super useful document. So do not be worried if you're not the most like hopeful person or the most stable person or whatever. You're worried about your strengths, use this document. All right. So let me go back to the PowerPoint and make sure we stay focused on this, right? So scan that if you didn't. And then that's really the end of it. I have nothing else to say. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at my website. So go be brave and awesome and bring some hope, trust, compassion, stability to the world. Thank you.